July 16th, 2021, time index 5:48 p.m. Weaver, John C., Roseman, California. 2. Anderson Cooper of the AC360 show. Much apologies for the break. Here are two guests were talking about Biden's remarks on Facebook. While one side says that they have a freedom of speech issue, and the other side says it's an algorithm issue. Well, we are currently dealing with, sir. Apologize, I have the invasion of the flies. Flies come in different shapes and sizes and topics, sir. This is one of those irritating things that was getting on my case. It goes beyond the freedom of speech, sir. It goes into the SCOTUS rulings. Now, every time I've listened and been reading the remarks left and right, everyone's failing to recognize that Facebook and the social media companies are considered as individual entities. They are not considered a corporation where they can be governed or even regulated because of the federal regulations. Now, if you guys had actually managed to do your research on this, Citizen Joe versus the United States, there was an FEC case, actually Citizen Joe versus the FEC. Surely you understand about the FEC at this point over here. This is concerning about campaign contributions, what a company can be allowed, what a company is not allowed, and is a company considered an individual and able to donate as much as they can or legally amount as they can, or are they a corporation and going to be regulated by the federal government? And because of that standard that we've got there, and a few other court cases, they have made a law basically just by what they're doing. Facebook is untouchable unless Congress itself, both parties, decide to act, as in put in a law. That means both House and Senate, both Trumpsters and Democrats, to put in the regulations necessary for the Supreme Court to rule. Now, the problem is they are still considered an individual entity. They have zero control, and you guys are failing to mention this. You're not doing your homework. You're not educating the public. I thought you guys are supposed to be educating the public. But apparently you still think the public is dumber than anything. You talk down to them from the high and mighty perches. You go after Tucker Carlson on Fox News like crazy. And believe me, I don't like the son of a bitch myself. Yes, I use the term. Because anybody who keeps spewing off a lot of crap like crazy, we have our own individual opinions concerning about stuff like that for misinformation. But we also have to keep remembering how our country and how the democracy system works in the first place. Don't you guys ever read Aristotle concerning about what he thought about government? Democracy is supposed to be headbutting at this point over here. Majority rule at this point over here, but we're also being given powers and abilities in the Congress and also in the Constitution for the minority to have their own say in order to sway the opinions of the majority. And I know, right now, the extremists are doing a hell of a lot of swaying at this point. And I know you guys are going through the issues concerning about misinformation regarding the COVID-19. When I mentioned about the Wuhan situation out there on social media months ago, I know a lot of fact checkers have started slamming down because they thought it was a joke. They thought it was misinformation. But there was always doubt out there saying, what if China had started this damn thing? Either in a lab or not, we don't know. We don't have all the information. We couldn't make that kind of declaration. But a lot of social media companies said, oh, yes, we do, because we've been told otherwise. We don't have solid information enough. It's not the freedom of speech. It's our understanding of what the hell's going on around us is the understanding of information right now, as it is. The information being quoted one way or quoted another way. And because of our own freedom of speech, we have the right, yes, unfortunately, I'm going to say that again, we have the right to disagree. But they have to be on the facts. And if the facts are presented to us, we're going to have different points of view of it. There is not one single point of view. We got a kaleidoscope going on right now. And you guys at CNN have got to make sure you educate the public on this one. The media companies out there are the ones trying to show their own slant of what reality is. Now, the pictures back in January 6th are pretty damn graphic as it is. That's plain and clear. That's like watching Pearl Harbor getting their ass kicked, or even World Trade Center getting destroyed. Graphic, real, understandable. Right in front of your face. Live time. This information we've got right now, it's not like that. But we have to understand that the social media companies that we depend upon, our own communication platforms to communicate a lot of things, they are subject to market and where the public is at this point over here. They can be swayed, but only if it's in their best interests. And yes, according to your other guest concerning about the algorithms, yes. I can't say it's totally evil information out there, but I can also tell you that the public still needs to get off their dead ass and understand what's going on around them, but they don't want to. They've chosen not to. They still think that social media is the best way, and all the regular news media outlets out there are the evil empire. I'm seeing it out there. I know the rest of your researchers out there are watching that as well. I have my own way of looking at things at this point over here. I have my own point of view. I'm considered a libtard. Or libturd. I'm a Karen. And sometimes I like to poke and prod at the issues that I think they're mishandled and misrepresented. And you're misrepresenting it. Because you're not giving it entirely the facts. You're only giving it your entire slant. If you guys want to be honest about it, be honest about it. You have to tell people why. You have to tell people why, and you're not doing it. From all you big hotshot anchors out there are not educating the public enough, or at all. Why Facebook, Twitter, and all the other social media companies out there aren't being touched, and not because of politics, but because of federal law, Supreme Court of the United States rulings. Doesn't anybody understand this damn shit? I had to go through political science 101 to understand some of this stuff. At an adult age of 50, I might say. Didn't pay attention to what I got when I was in high school because it didn't mean a damn thing to me during that time. I didn't have the context and I didn't have the perception or the clarity. I had nothing. I'm a lot older. I'm a lot more pissed off. Because I'm seeing people are getting dumber and dumber. They don't research. I've seen so many damn things happening on Facebook that I have to keep pointing out different articles that I've found and then to double check the information to make sure it's legitimate. And if it is a Supreme Court ruling or a law, then I present the case to the posters. And then watch the flies come in. Because I get blocked left and right. Because I know what the hell I'm looking for. This is not asking for a job. I'm telling you how to do your job as journalists and as researchers. I'm at 55 going through a community college right now as it is. Over 5 years straight, heading for an AA degree at this point over here. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be old enough or alive enough just to even get a bachelor's or even some more worse, a doctorate. I should have done that as a young kid, but things happened when you're a young kid and Life kicks you in the ass. You have to work your ass off for a living and eat your damn guilt like crazy. And deal with everything else. And if you guys want to research the hell out of me, I hope to God you do. I'm on YouTube, damn it. I'm not one of those kind of political candidates out there looking for handouts. Screw that noise. But you've got to research schmucks like me as well to understand where we're coming from. At least where I'm coming from. It'll take you too much longer anyway. But I challenge you on that one. No, I'm not advertising to get subscribes or likes. I am trying to tell you what I think, what I know, what I feel, what I believe, and what I've experienced. And what I'm telling you right now, you've got your information screwed up right now. You've got to do further research. Why Facebook and the other companies aren't touched. And it's up to Congress. It's up to Congress to do this shit. Not you, Congress. The people have to be behind Congress. As much as you've been pumping out the information, you got to pump out the right information to get them to get them up. And it's up to schmucks like me on social media to educate them that way. I'm a guy going through textbooks and social media posts left and right to try to figure the world out left and right. I can tell you, Mr. Cooper, it was a hell of a lot different a long time ago because we had a younger, less mature, less developed brains to understand what we're looking at right now. And I'll tell you another thing. People keep saying that they want days back of yore, and I know I was one of those guys. There's no way in hell I'm able to go back there, or even want to go back there. I have to go forward with what I've got. I have to go forward with what I know. And I have to educate these poor, older and younger, dumb bastards. Because that's my job. I'm picking up the torch like you guys dropped constantly. I have to do some of the research and post it out there on media. See, if you want me to start fact checking you guys, I will. Just to make sure if the information's accurate or not. And I have to develop these kind of skills for college, you understand. Critical thinking skills. I don't think the rest of these people around here understand what that's all about. Not even Congress understands that. And we both know and we've both seen how they work. You know who's in my district, sir? Kevin McCarthy. I like to vote that sorry son of a bitch out because he is not our representative. He is Trump representative. And I'm not dealing with an evil empire at this point. I'm not. I'll counter that bastard any which way I can. Legally. And with words. Because those are the only swords I pick up. You guys, please, get your damn interns, get them off their keisters, and get their jobs going. And then tell your program directors and the guys running the control room, get this information out on here. Educate the public. You guys keep going after Facebook and the social media companies left and right without giving them a full detail. Why? Even a short few snippets will be able to get something through their thick skulls. Maybe. And here's a college student going to be telling you guys how to do your damn jobs? Yeah, either I got a big ass ego at this point over here and a hell of a lot of moxie, or I've got a real burr up my ass on this one, Anderson. You guys have a good one.